Hey guys, I'm RozaldVane, and welcome back to another episode of Paradise Killer. Where we last left off was we basically talked with... We spoke with Crimson Acid again, I think, if I recall. And then we went around looking for some stuff, I think. Yeah. I think that's what we did in the previous episode. It's been a while since the last one, which has been a week, technically. I'm a little bit better now, or a lot better now, I think. So I can now do the voices again. Previously, I was sick because of COVID, and I don't want to say the name because I'm just too lazy. I mean, people have heard it around too many times now at this point, and I know that people will expect people to get them at least at one point in their life, just because it's impossible to avoid it sometimes. Unless you live out in the woods with nobody that exists with you, but then you might not even know about it. So anyways, point is, we're continuing into Paradise Killer, and we're gonna keep investigating while we try to figure out things. I think Crimson Acid told us about what she thinks about KHX, so that was one thing that was really useful. I think is that she was preventing him from trying to make her kind of not mistreat her, but trying to prevent her from she's trying to prevent him from trying to take advantage of her because he wants to get Crimson for himself and stuff like that. But anyways, I'm looking for witness. I said I was going to do a witness interview, an investigation, interrogation, whatever you like to call it, in this episode. So we're going to look for that. Where is the witness's place again? I'm trying to remember because it's been a long while. I know he's in the rooftops of one of these buildings, but I can't remember which. Not these ones. You can only access him with within the elevators. Oops. Okay, that fire just scared me a little bit. Not here, I don't think. Maybe in one of these apartment spaces. Have I done this one? Okay, yeah, I did that. I already bought from the machine. I want to make sure I bought all the machine stuff. No, now I remember. I'm starting to remember where I need to go for witness if I want to go and talk to him. It's over here. And I like how the physics carries you. If you're moving one way and you're flying midair to a certain direction, but you dash, it follows the physics of you following that way. It's kind of funny, but it makes sense that they would have that there. Alright, here we go. Let's go to witness. Yeah, because we already got a lot of information about the witness, and he's becoming more and more suspicious, but I think the witness is one part of the problem of why the murders happened. There he is. I think the witness is one part of the problem that's encouraging the murder to happen. The witness was one of them, potentially Carmeline, the architect of this island, is another person who probably influenced that to happen. And last but not least, Akiko, maybe, I think. Akiko and Yuri Knight, I think it was. Sorry, I just scanned out the space just to see if I find any collectibles or missed any collectibles out here. Alright. Alright, here we go.
Witness to the end.
The witness to the end. Let's go.
Under the gaze of the gods.
Under the gaze of the gods, the so-called investigation freak returns to the island sequences.
Witness to the end.
Overseer of each dying paradise, born in the Chaos Palace in northern Iran in 981, under the sign of destroyed Eden. As a child, the witness was enslaved under the banner of crying grudge and put to work building the perpetual growing chaos palace in North Persia. During the Great Betrayal, witness refused to budge in his devotion, fleeing to hide within the impossible labyrinth of the chaos palace. Is that how you say? Is it pronounced Ezekiel or Ezekiel? I don't know. Ezekiel found Witness and urged him to follow him. They become close. Witness was still a young man and Ezekiel older and wiser. Witness looked up to him as a father figure after being taken from his own father at a young age. Witness holds a great deal of responsibility overseeing the end of an island. He ensures every failure is perfect. He collects and breeds rare plants in the penthouse. Good to see you again, Witness. Apologies for Starlight. I do remember you.
Other holy masters.
How long has it been since you last did work for our holy masters?
The gods are watching us.
Time moves so strangely here. We are the grains of sand that drift in the astral wake in the heavenly titans.
The
So
gods are displeased.
I'm doing the mask over because I don't have like an actual mask like he's wearing. I didn't realize I was talking to a person with a mask. I thought his head was actually an actual skull. But actually he has a mask that like kind of does the Vader thing almost. Or the Bane thing. Where he just breathes out and says some stuff with it. Alright. But yeah, I put my hands over just to emulate that. I mean, if it doesn't sound great, I don't really know. I don't have any other... I wish I had some kind of thing that can really do the sound perfectly with like an actual mask. But I would have to like always pull it aside because I have seen characters. I have played, not played, but I have seen characters who have the similar like attribute of having a mask, and I just do this. Or in the phone call, I'm just like, "Hello, Mister, I'm here to call you today and to call you the thing," and like that's how I did the thing with some of the 25th ward readings. I remember I had to do all the phone stuff, but it was just hilarious to me. Anyways, especially after last night. The island is ready to end. The time flow is broken. The gods are displeased.
This island is full of sinners.
We are supposed to be the loyal servants. Our only purpose to resurrect them. Now we squabble and scheme. Our holy work brought to a screeching halt by murder.
The end times are looming.
So many are strayed from the path. This must be a sign from the gods. Maybe it is the work of the gods. Because, I mean, all the gods have manipulated somebody to some shape or form. A lot of the gods, not all of them.
I'm glad to be back.
I'm here to do the work of the gods.
Lady Love dies.
I can see it in you, loved eyes. The fire of holiness. I live in fear of the rage of the cosmic deities. Maybe you can quell their anger.
That's strange.
What's with the holy proclamations? This isn't your usual style. Far too much has happened in your actions. Truths have become more mutable. Our masters are not being served. The syndicate has lost its way. I have not strayed from the path.
Under the gaze of the gods.
Too many of us have gotten what it means to serve our masters. I fear last night was one of our punishments.
Other gods work in esoteric ways.
Or maybe it was a divine reminder. Our gods work in esoteric ways.
Surely this is a joke.
Are you here to punish the wicked monster that committed that atrocity?
I am still bathed in the glory of the gods.
The sinner that allowed demons on this island, will he burn in the fire of justice? Yeah, I'm gonna be under the jurisdiction here. How are you feeling about losing your jurisdiction?
This island is full of sinners.
Judge has no right. It just proves how far this island has fallen. A holy man should be allowed to do this holy work.
Investigator.
Now, how can I assist you with your holy work? Okay, so he basically... So the witness is like full on religion. Like religious kind of belief guy. Kind of person. And I think that if anything, this guy probably just thinks that if you're guilty, that's it. Like that's you're done. You don't get any trial. You just need to be executed and just leave. I think that's how he feels, and it's kind of weird too because he kind of like calls up Judge as like a person who just isn't worth the position, and I'm just like, but she's doing right by actually making sure that everything's balanced and perfect. But for him, it's like he doesn't care if failure exists. That failure is part of the perfection, I guess he would say. Which is an interesting character to be written in a way like that. Like it's just full-on religion and beliefs of fate, and that when you're dead, you're dead. When you're doomed, you're doomed. When you screwed up, you screwed up, and you can never come back. You're not forgiven, kind of thing. I feel like that's how he is. Anyways, Let's hang out with him. Want to chat, witness? I must warn you that I am not one for long conversations.
The gods are watching us.
Do you think they are happy with us, with what they see? I would say no, but I also don't really care. So Zilliot.
That's strange.
What's with the Zilliot thing you've got going on?
The gods are radiant.
And this island does not bask in the light. I came to realize this, and now I live only to serve them.
Of their holy masters.
Please tell me you also devote yourselves to the holy masters. I have a job to do. I'm a servant of gods, but I have a job to do.
The gods are displeased.
Everything is secondary to our holy work.
I don't like this.
The recent bloodbath says otherwise.
The gods are watching us.
Please join me in a prayer.
The gods are radiant.
He journeyed across the stars. He came to us and gifted so much. He was the first, the holy catalyst. Man's dark age was scorched by the fire of devotion. In the face of sin, I hear see, I sing for the silent goat. He heard us in the crystal caves. He will hear us again. The first, the holy catalyst, silent goat. May we always walk with you. Another time. Maybe another time, witness. I pray that you not fall into sin. Really? So we can keep denying his holy approach and still be increasing in relationship. Okay. There's a lot of topics in this particular conversation because we've talked to a lot of people and we picked up a bunch of things. I don't think he has much about KHX, but he'll just say like, oh, I hope he's not bathing in sin or something like that, I bet. What do you think about KHX's disappearance? Nothing. He often went for periods of isolation. Sorry, I can't help more. Lady Love dies. Okay, so that's obvious. I'm not surprised. I don't want to get to the Holy Seal stuff because he is related to that problem right now. Because we talked to the god in the island, in the Pyramid Island, far away from here, and they said that this guy got the flesh of it. So maybe he has something to do with, like, he has something about Grace. What do you know about the murder of Grace bloodlines? Wasn't that case solved years ago? Okay, so he doesn't really care anyways. Your alibi, please. Last night. Where were you last night?
Investigator.
I spent the night here in my apartment. Alone? By yourself? The architect came to visit me. A rare social call. She was with me at the time of the killings. We left when we were summoned to the crisis meeting. Okay, so that's a pretty... I might just not pry too hard. I'd rather just say visit.
Why?
Why did she come to visit you?
Of course not.
It was unusual. She wanted to spend the last minutes of this withering island with me. It has been quite an age since we spent time together socially. Her behavior? Was there anything odd about her behavior?
The gods are watching us.
We had a pleasant time. We shared some wine, and I'd been saving and prepared to say goodbye to this paradise.
I need to investigate this.
And you two were in each other's company all evening?
Investigator.
I stepped out to my balcony to take a phone call from Grand Marshal Akiko. It was fleeting. No more than 5 minutes.
What time?
Yeah, what time was the call? Shortly before death visited the island. Akiko was reporting the escape of Henry. So that's true.
Got it.
Sometime during the death, I guess. So that means that I'm trying to remember what it was, because I think Akiko did call at that right time. Like, she did say that she called at that time at which the murder was starting to happen, because she was getting worried that Henry was going out of control and she doesn't know where to look for him, maybe? I don't know. That matches what Akiko told me, which is true, yeah. Long after, marshals were stationed outside of the elevators to my apartment. Oh, so she sent marshals to his place. Do you have any proof that you were both in your apartment? The nightmare computer at the entrance logs everyone that enters and exits this apartment. You can pull records from that and check yourself. Which I already did, technically. Why is yours the only apartment with a logging system? You can't be too careful. I take my privacy seriously. Paranoia. Got it.
Thank you.
Thank you for your cooperation. Oh, we can... So, once we talked about it, the apartment logs becomes an option.
Got it.
I checked your building logs. Your story checks out.
I am still bathed in the glory of the gods.
Of course it does! The righteous have nothing to hide. But what are your death screams have to hide?
Crime cannot hide.
Tell me about the moment the council died. I know you suffer from psychic death screams.
This island is full of sinners.
Doom Jazz can't be trusted with patient confidentiality around you. Yes, every time a person dies, I am assailed by their psychic death scream, echoing out into space. Doom Jazz prescribes me medication for it.
Ah.
Did you suffer from death scream trauma when they died? Yes, I was assailed by the psychic death screams of council. I was brought to my knees by the pain. Okay, so he did suffer in the loss of the council, basically, because they all kind of get into sort of his head, in a sense. Akiko's alibi, please. Did you see the Grand Marshal last night? I spoke to her when she reported Henry's escape, but I didn't see her until the crisis meeting after the killer had been arrested. Akiko's call, so Akiko said she called you at the time of the murder?
Blasphemy!
She did, but something is troubling me about it. I am seeking guidance from those in the stars about how to proceed. If I say anything, it may be misconstrued. I'll offer some confidence. I mean, I need this information nonetheless. Excuse me. I'm a professional. You can tell me anything. Let me ponder on it. Okay, so we need to let him think about it, I guess, for some reason. Yeah, did he visit Doom Jazz last night? Did you see the doctor last night? The doctor claimed to be in his clinic all night. Okay, so he only knows that much. Crimson? I'm pretty sure he doesn't know where Crimson was. Did you see Crimson last night? Sorry, I already immediately went to the mouth already. I didn't see her, loved eyes. Okay. Lydia? Did you see Lydia and Sam last night? Speak to Yuri. He is her handler. Okay, so Yuri Knight knows Lydia best. Maybe... Interesting. Yeah, actually, now that he pointed it out. If Yuri is actually their handler of Lydia and Sam, then that means that Yuri might have potentially asked Lydia to do something that we don't know about yet. So there might be something to do with Lydia, but she's not, like, she doesn't have any motives. She was just hired because as an assassin in all cases, usually they are, like, when you pay them, they'll do the thing. It doesn't matter how much emotion's tied to it, unless they actually did it out of their own motives. But if there's no incentive motives, then it doesn't really matter, I feel like, but whatever. Henry's movements. Is there anything else you can tell me about Henry's movements last night?
What?
The monster's movements have been recorded by the Grand Marshal. Okay, so he doesn't really know much either. Grand Marshal killings. Do you know anything about the murder of the Marshal guards outside of the council building? Is this case not an open close? Do you believe there is more? Have you scoured the council building? Okay, so he doesn't really care anyways. Henry escape. What do you think about Henry's escape? Only what the Grand Marshal told us. Have you spoken with her? Inhibitors, yes. Doomjazz told me that you asked about overcoming Henry's inhibitors.
The gods are displeased.
The end of an island is endlessly fascinating. A symphony of finales all hanging in the balance.
What?
Having a demonically possessed prisoner is a significant risk. I need to know everything there is to know.
I have a bad feeling about this.
So you weren't trying to find out how to overcome them to help Henry escape?
I am still bathed in the glory of the gods.
Don't be ridiculous. How would that help our holy mission? Okay, so he's basically just wanted to know, out of curiosity, how the chain works. So you can just... I don't know, that's still suspicious a little bit, but... yeah, alright. Let's ask the demonic possession, because that's not going to go anywhere either ways. What do you know about Henry's demonic possession 10 years ago?
Surely this is a joke.
Henry is a curse on us all. His possession 10 years ago condemned the island. There is nothing more to know. The dead zone is our reminder of his crime. Okay. Suspicions, yeah. I'm kind of curious.
Crime cannot hide.
Do you believe Henry is responsible?
Under the gaze of the gods.
All I can do is trust in the gods and have faith that what happened was part of their divine will.
I don't like this.
But do you believe Henry did it?
The gods are watching us.
It is not for me to question the gods. Okay.
The truth remains obscured.
Witness, do you think anyone has a motive for killing the council?
This island is full of sinners.
Our holy mission has left unattended for too long. Any numbers of the sinners here could have done it.
The gods are displeased.
Perhaps it was an act of the gods. Heavenly anger leads to heavenly smiting. I don't know which one. This one, both of them are heavenly anger, sinners. Yeah, let's go for investigate. I still want to be very neutral about it because I think Witness is way too subjective, I guess, about his whole like ways of talking, and also giving us a conversation that's very opinionated for himself. Tell me about these sinners.
Another sinner.
The island crawls with them. They pay lip service to the gods, but don't follow our sacred mission.
The end times are looming.
The island sequences have degenerated. They used to be righteous. Now, I despair.
I have a bad feeling about this.
What about the accused? Henry is a citizen and not a syndicate member. Citizens are sinners too. They do not pray hard enough. The syndicate do not compel them to pray hard enough.
Blasphemy!
The citizens grows restless, insubordinate. Dissent spreads. This one let demons on this island. Why stop there? Our own fault, I guess. But a good story. I was like, good story, bro. Our own fault. We did this to ourselves. Keeping the citizens like cattle was bound to be our undoing eventually.
The gods are radiant.
Hope is not lost. This is a test from the gods.
The end times are looming.
We will overcome it. I hope so. Alright, so that's the end of that. Alright, we're gonna now... Oh, wait, we have a motive thing. I didn't even see that. Wow. Okay. Motive. Do you have any motive for killing the council?
I am still bathed in the glory of the gods.
I am a humble servant striving to live to the righteous path. Murdering a council is not on that path. Am I taking your word for that?
What?
What reason would I have to kill the council? How does that benefit our holy mission? Who determines that path?
Other holy masters.
The gods, of course. Did the gods want you to kill the council?
Of course not.
Don't be ridiculous. Conflict with Montserrat. I didn't even know that was a thing. Or I remember, but I forgot who said this. I think Crimson was the one who said it, because we paid her for that information, I think. So, let's ask that. Why were you butting heads with Montserrat so much?
What?
What does that have to do with anything?
I need to investigate this.
I need to know why someone was clashing with a murder victim.
The end times are looming.
Our leader was not following the holy mission. His focus was on the island sequences and not the gods. Do I want to pander it, or do I want to go directly? I'd say go direct.
Crime cannot hide.
Did you kill him for being a sinner?
Of course not.
I am the holy servant. I may not have agreed with his plans, but he was our leader.
Crime is repulsive.
He voted against every proposal you voted against every proposal he put forward, didn't you? That is the point of our democratic meetings. We all have to say a say on the direction of the syndicates. The direction veered away from our holy mission. I voiced my disagreement with it.
Got it.
What kind of proposals were they?
Surely this is a joke.
Advancements towards the so-called Perfect 25. I don't care about our new home being perfect, if the gods are not there to celebrate it with us.
What?
Look out to the sea, the ocean of madness. So many pyramids sit empty.
The gods are watching us.
24 island sequences, and we only have one pyramid resident. We are capable of so much more.
Why?
Why haven't we done more?
Surely this is a joke.
Montserrat had other plans. Grand resurrections could wait until the island sequences were solved.
The gods are displeased.
What is the point of Perfect 25 if the gods remain in pain? I wanted to remind Montserrat of the syndicate's purpose, so I voted against everything he and the rest of the council put forward.
Crime cannot hide.
Did you remind him with a knife by any chance? Absolutely not. Okay, so even though he disagreed with Montserrat so many times, he really never truly thought about killing him because he knows that killing the leader won't really make a difference for what he wants. Because I think, yeah, because ultimately it would be useless without the power of democracy, I guess, in this case, where he knows that everybody gets a voice, gets to say something, but in the end, it's the majority that gets to choose, and he lives by it. Like, he's not gonna go and try to kill somebody because he knows that he's the only one who's only agreeing upon it. Like, it makes sense because you have to convince the majority. You can't just, like, kill the leader and then think that that's gonna change anything in the capacity of, like, the majority, because the majority will choose their own leader again, and then what? You end up having more leaders to still deal with, which is your majority group. So it's like, I don't think you can cut the head, because it's a head and a whole body that turns into a head anytime when one head is gone. Not like a real Hydra, but like a different thing. But I do think that, yeah, he wouldn't do it. I don't think Witness would be the one who kills Montserrat. I think, if anything, he might have influenced something like maybe influencing how the council gets to get killed, or maybe something else. I don't know. We'll see.
Why?
Why have you started talking in call? Why have you started taking calls in private?
What?
Why is this anyone's business? Are you hiding something? Plotting something?
Of course no.
Don't be ridiculous. Okay, so that led nowhere. Maybe I'll ask about the Holy Seal. I think this goes nowhere either. What do you know about the second Holy Seal? Nothing, Lady Loved Eyes. It is a mystery to everyone on this island. Okay, so yeah, I kind of felt that was going to lead nowhere. I think the fourth seal will probably be something he would like to... Yeah, the carved flesh is what I wanted to keep at the last part, because I feel like that's going to be a little bit of a long conversation. What do you know about the fourth Holy Seal? Nothing, Lady Dies. It is one of the council's secrets.
I'm glad to be back.
A god told me you went and carved off some flesh. What's up with that?
This island is full of sinners.
Not your concern.
The facts and the truth are not the same.
I vehemently disagree.
Of course no.
Fine.
What?
The islands die, and I want to know why. Demons come to us and rot our triumphs. Do gods attract them? Does keeping one on this island make demonic invasions more likely? Why carve his flesh? Seems like a sin. I needed to study it.
Other gods work in esoteric ways.
You can feel the cosmos when you look at the flesh of one of our lords. He is linked to the stars. Is he a magnet?
Got it.
What did you find? Nothing.
The end times are long.
The holiness of a lord could never have been questioned. Can I verify that this is true?
The gods are displeased.
I conducted the research in private.
I have a bad feeling about this.
I don't like the sound of this, Witness. Okay, so he basically had nothing more to himself after that. May you fly with his asteroid Eden,
I am still bathed in the glory of the gods.
and may you reach the moon. Alright, so that's the witness. We can take a picture of him posing at this point. This. There we go. Yeah, if anything, I think this whole conversation with the witness did help out a lot for trying to figure out, like, what to expect. Like, temper our expectation on who's the murderer. I think witness is not really much of a suspect, honestly, judging from how he's saying things. But I don't know, like, if there's a lie within there. I can't decipher that because reasons, I guess. Alright, let's save. Oldest saves you. Yes, sirree.
Game saved.
Game save indeed. Alright, let's see what time we got. Oh, great, just in time. Since we kind of hit the 30-minute mark already. Alright, thank you guys for watching. That was the witness. The witness to the end. So we're done talking to the witness. Not too much good information, but a very cool character to get to know, I guess, at this point. Considering how he does have some importance to how some things are the way they are, I guess. But for now, I'll leave it up for myself for the next episode to see what I want to do next. I don't know who I want to go to next. I don't want to go to Lydia. I want to wait till I get to Yuri Knight to handle Lydia a little bit. Maybe Dunjaz might be the next person we want to visit, or that lady, I forgot her name. The final kiss, the one last kiss. Could be another person we go to. Maybe Sam, because we haven't spoken with Sam yet, because he's halfway part of the whole like thing. I wonder what these syndicate icons are. What are these syndicate icons, I wonder? I'm seeing them a lot, but I'm not sure what these syndicate icons have to do with anything. And I'm wondering if there's anything to them. 276, let's go there. I want to see what that syndicate icon leads to. Do that again, 219, keep moving. Yeah, because I want to see what this leads to. If it doesn't lead anywhere, or that it's something else entirely, then I'll just live with it, I guess. Oh, it's a little bit further. No, I already got that. I was wondering if I got the I was wondering if I got the the fast travel stuff unlocked on that. 69. So it's leading to like this sort of like bottom area, I guess. Yeah, it's like getting closer. There we go. 33. Oh, it's to the door. Okay, so these syndicate things are like the computers, I guess, that we can just like go and try to unlock, I guess. Alright, well, anyways, I'll get to that one in the next episode. Let's go and open that door for the first time. I actually have not opened that door, I think. Because the nano computer looks red, so I don't think we've actually opened that door, but we'll try to open it and see where it leads. It might lead back to the dead zone, but I'm not certain if that's the case. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. See you guys in the next one or nobody minds. Hope you guys have a great, amazing day. Good night to whenever watching this. Yeah, we'll go through this door. We'll probably talk to Sammy, or maybe we might talk to Carmeline, or we might talk to who else might call it? Who's another character we haven't talked to yet? One Last Kiss we might go and revisit, I guess, because she is kind of important to the sense of that she does have some more. We do have some more information about Grace Bloodline, and she might have something to do with the seal, the Holy Seal stuff. So we'll see about that. Next episode, that'll be that. Otherwise, Roz out.